sure you've heard the phrase, proverb, I think the phrase, blood is thicker than water. And I think there's a reason behind why people say that. So let's find out as we get right into the video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth Muntali. If you're here for the first time, I shoot faith-based content for the youths affecting the whole of your life, literally. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always watching, engaging in the comments. I super appreciate it. So today I'm here on behalf of your siblings. Yes, we are here on behalf of your siblings. Okay. All right, now a huge disclaimer. I'm not here to discredit friendship or put in effort in friendship as in people outside your bloodline. But today I'm taking the side of the siblings because some of y'all have literally pushed your siblings to the side. Okay, so this is saying familiarity breeds contempt. And I think it's true in most families. A lot of us are very familiar with our siblings, and we just even the barest minimum effort is just not there. So today the video is to encourage you, number one, to begin to treasure your siblings. Number two, I'm hoping I can help you on building a really great relationship with your siblings. So I come from a family of three. I'm the firstborn. I have a young brother and a young sister. And at a point in our lives, people thought we're triplets. Well, of course, we have a very tiny age gap between us. But I think they thought we're triplets more so out of our bond and not because we're almost the same height or something. I want to believe it was because of our bond, right? Okay, so first of all, I came to encourage you to begin to value your siblings. Now, I know you grew up with them, and I'm not going to pretend everybody had a great relationship with their siblings while growing up. That is just impossible. But now that you've grown, honestly, your siblings can be one of your greatest best friends in life. Guys, this is just a deep topic, but I'm not going to go deep into it. Your siblings, yeah, those were your first friends. Those were the first people that, saw you for you. Those are the people who've seen you through the highs and the lows. Now, again, I know not all siblings, not all things are, perfect. Certain people have competition in their families and they're like, Ruth, you don't know what you're talking about. My brother's out there competing with me. My sister's competing who's getting married first, all those things. I get it. But today we're talking to you. So first things first, you need to value your siblings, your brother, your sister. You need to value them. And value is shown. It's not something we just put in our heart to say, oh, I love you. It's expressed. You give your time to something you value. You give your money to something you value. You give your all to something you value. So if you value your siblings, you are going to give them your time. You're going to call them. You're not going to take advantage of the fact that we're blood. They know I love them. No, you're not going to just ignore their birthday, not go all out for them because it's my sibling. And they are watching you, go above and beyond for friends. Now, I say it again, I have nothing against friendship. If you know me, I love friendship. But I do believe that your siblings are meant to be one of your closest friends, and so you have to put in the effort. So I'm very close to my brother and my sister, and I want to let you know that I last saw my brother in 2012, and this is 2021, so that's almost 10 years since I saw my brother last. I last saw my sister in 2015 physically, but guys, we have such a great bond. When we talk, when we have a video call, there's always banter. We pray for each other. We push each other. So today I want to share how we built that bond that even 9 years of not seeing each other has not broken. 6, 7 years of not seeing each other has not broken. All right. So My siblings and I, grew up typically like every family. We spent time together by force. Your parents will make you do that. You go to school together. You watch cartoons together. You eat together. But I think we developed our bond, like this unbreakable bond, when we remained in Zambia, the three of us. So my parents went to the UK to for ministry. Let's not just put it all out there, but I already have for ministry, and my siblings and I were denied visas. We're supposed to go as well. So we're here in the midst of frustration. We want things to change. It was a very difficult time of our lives. And guys, that's when we bonded. And the biggest bonding tool for my siblings and I was prayer. We bonded in the most difficult time of our lives, okay? We prayed. We prayed. It was hard, but we prayed. And I believe those were times where we actually developed the bond that we have. So what happened was our DSTV, satellite dish was struck by lightning. So before we'd obviously sit together and, watch a lot of TV, but it was struck by lightning. So we had no DSTV to watch anymore. So we were forced initially to begin to have conversations. So we'll talk, when we're cooking. After that, we'll sit down and we'll chat. We'll have some music in the background and we'll chat. And we began to know each other really well. Outside just being blood, we began to know each other's struggles. We had times where we cried. We had times where we dealt. It was some sort of therapy session. We dealt with issues that we did when we're younger, and we didn't know that, especially as older siblings, sometimes we really hurt the younger siblings and we don't know we've hurt them. So in times like that, we had time to process our feelings, process our emotions. And yeah, that's how we developed our bond, right? So now that we are grown and we're apart, how do we keep that on? We make sure we check on each other as often as possible. There's no competition. I remember when I first came to Zambia, I was dealing with settling, and I think my brother knew that. My brother called me almost every day. And trust me, I didn't call him. I don't know what phase I was in, but he called me every single day. He checked on me. He was there for me. He spoke life into me and my sister. He didn't count that I wasn't reciprocating his calls at the time. It was selfless. And when I kind of got on my feet, I got stronger emotionally, I really appreciated him being there for me. Okay, so we call each other, we schedule calls sometimes. Hey, let's talk this weekend. We do video calls. We reminisce on childhood memories. We laugh and stuff like that. We speak into each other. But one thing I have learned is it's deliberate. It has to be a deliberate decision. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do today. Like I said, I'm not here to bash your friendships, but some of y'all are making so much effort in friendship and you don't do anything for your siblings. You don't check on them. You don't text them. You don't call them. You don't post them on your status. You don't celebrate them. But you're out there celebrating everybody else but your siblings. And I just don't think it's right. Right? Celebrate your siblings. When it's their birthday, make a big deal about it. Make that post. Arrange a gift if you can. I remember the last birthdays I celebrated with my siblings. It was just the three of us at home, but I went all out. We cooked, we did a little barbecue outside. I got them gifts, and that's the last birthday I spent with them. And I'm glad that I could remember that I went all out and I put my best into that, and they have memories of that, right? So I'm here to encourage you. You're the one watching this video. So I'm not asking you to go call for a family meeting to say, hey, guys, let's start doing this. I want you to begin to start. And some of you, because you're so distant from your siblings, when you call, they're going to ask you, do you want money? Do you want something? No. It's going to be weird if you're not close already, but I want you to put in that effort. Sometimes just call them and tell them, I appreciate you. I love you. Of course, some will be shocked. They're like, why are you doing that? But begin to do that. Tell them, oh, hey, I love you. I just want to say I love you. Bring up some childhood memories that you guys enjoyed when you were kids. Laugh about stuff. Family is such a great, it's one of the greatest blessings God has given us. And I think most of us take it for granted. We really take it for granted. Trust me, your siblings are going to be your future kids' second parents. Right now, my brother has 2 kids. Those kids are as good as my kids. If you know me from Ukraine, then definitely you know Zoe. Like when she was born, I posted her all the time. That's my niece. And she feels like my kid. I can sacrifice for her what I would for my future kids, even before they come. Why? Because my brother and I have such a great bond that his kids are automatically my kids. And I'm sure, for sure, I'm certain that my brother would do the same for me and more. Right? So you need to begin to develop this. I'm calling you out today. If you have a very distant relationship with your siblings or things have gone wrong, it's time to fix it. It's not time to be like, oh, who cares? You know, I have other great friendships, a friend that sticks closer than a brother. And you're just like, I can't be bothered, you know? No. I want you, those of you that need to reconcile, it's time to reconcile. And those of you that need to now, and I don't care how old they are, okay? I don't care the age gap between you guys. You can work something out. Put a schedule. I'll call my older brother weekly just to check on him. Hey, how you doing? You know, I'll call my sister. I'll appreciate these people. Your siblings are a treasure. Begin to pray for them. Take out time to pray for them. Pray with them. Hey, are you going through anything? Do you need me to believe God with you concerning something? Then you do that with them, right? Make a big deal of their wins, their business, post it. Have they celebrated something? Celebrate them. Celebrate them for no reason sometimes. Just post them on your status and say, hey, big bro, hey, big sis, hey, little bro, hey, little sis, I love you. I celebrate you. All right? Ask them, are you okay? Sit with them. The chances of someone not sharing something with their siblings is very low. Very, very low. Because listen, yeah, your sibling, that's your blood. That's your blood. Okay, I don't know all these toxic traits where siblings began to compete and things like that. Who's richer, I don't care. You know, my siblings and I laugh about something. I think there's some of these posts you see on Instagram where they'll say, type amen if you're going to be the first billionaire in your family. My brother one time said, hey, I don't even care who'll be the first billionaire amongst us as long as one of us gets it. Okay? So that's how it should be between you and your siblings. So if you're dealing with any competition, it's time to trash that out. Just let it go. Don't be out there struggling to be the smartest, to be the most favored kid. You feel good when the other ones are talked down or no. Defend your siblings to your parents. My parents know that. We got each other's back. I will blast my brother, yes, if he does something silly, or my sister. But my parents, no, I'm out there defending them. Okay? Be the voice of reason to your parents. Speak faith into your parents. So I'm going to end this with a story a few times where my siblings have been there for me. Of course, at the time, I didn't see it as such. So let's start with my brother. When I began dating in 2008, yeah, my brother didn't want me to date this person, not because he had something against dating, but he knew the person was bad for me. But of course, me and my low self-esteem were like, we gonna have a boyfriend. Okay? So my brother warned me many times, told me, break up with this guy, or I'm gonna tell dad. I didn't listen. So one day my brother finds me walking with this guy, takes me home, sits me down in front of my dad and tells my dad, Ruth has something to tell you. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, okay. So I told Dad, Timothy, I have a friend that Timothy doesn't like. And he gets in and says, sis, is it your friend or your boyfriend? Of course, my dad was very disappointed, right? And I was angry at my brother. I think I didn't speak to him for a week. But in hindsight, I really see that my brother really looked out for me. And that love that he had for me, God could use him in times where I almost messed up and raised him to pray. So if you're tripping with your sibling because they reported you for something and your life was in danger, stop. Now I appreciate my brother. There was one time, again, I think I went out with the same boyfriend who I was supposed to have broken up with, and my dad and my brother saw me, okay? So my dad called me, he asked me, where are you? I lied, I said I was with one of my best friends, but he had seen me. And he told me, okay, come home. So I came home, and my dad and my brother were in the car. Now, I know my dad. I could see from his eyes, he was angry. But my brother in that time said, Dad, don't shout at her, don't do whatever. She's just going to get worse and be rebellious. Let's just pray for her and talk to her. So I reached and found my dad, and he just looked at me and said, you know, I love you, right? I said, yes. And he got in the car. So my dad tells me this later. And you see, my brother was really there for me, even when I was going through a very difficult time. Eventually, of course, I let go of all those shenanigans. But in hindsight, now I appreciate him being there for me, him being protective, you know, him watching out. So our siblings, guys, your friend may never even do that because they're so concerned about, oh, I'll lose my friendship, oh, if I report you, da da da. But your siblings are more concerned. Not that your friends are not concerned. I'm not here to bash the friends, but guys, siblings is deep. Is deep. So I pray for you guys that you, with the little points I've shared, you're going to have a phenomenal relationship with your siblings. Until my next video, it's goodbye. God bless. And after this, go and text a sibling and tell them you love them. Bye.